Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Swift. We are back with the next episode of running through some Slayer tasks here. Hope you're all doing well. We are back. Welcome, welcome. We are going to resume the tasks here. I just had to travel back to the Chasm of Fire here. And we're going to continue on with this task of fighting the greater demons. Alright, everybody. We have 2 tasks left to go until we get to 100 for the streak, which will be great because then we're going to get a lot of extra Slayer points. We're going to get like 300, which is pretty good. Since yesterday, I didn't do too much in the whole way in the way of leveling up. However, we did get to 80 smithing, all right, and we got to 89 farming. Welcome, everybody. We are trying to finish up this 99th task, and then we are going to be one away from 100, which will be pretty epic, and we're going to get those bonus points for Slayer. I'll almost be at 1,000, but I'm still going to be, I don't know, like 60 away, which is a bit unfortunate because I did want to get that today, but we'll see. We're probably looking at another 10 minutes, and then we're going to be done with this task based on how fast we're able to go through the spawns here. I think it's like 4 or 5 of these per minute. The kill per minute. So we're at 44 right now to go. We just used the 5-minute, the potion's going to be about 5 minutes. We'll know how many we can finish off in 5 minutes, and then you can just multiply that by 12. And that would be what your hourly rate would be. And then pretty soon here, what I was thinking of doing, so for my equipment here, you can see I've got the Justiciar. What I was thinking, because well, like right now, I'm tanking, but in most of the Slayer tasks, like the situations you run into when you're training, what I was gonna do was get the Bandos chestplate, and I was gonna get the Sunfire Fanatic the tassets or the legs, you know. And I ended up actually looking at it, I was looking at the numbers, and what's going to happen is we're going to pick up +4 to the strength boost. We're going to stay equal or even with the prayer boost versus the Justiciar. Even though the Bandos only gives you +1, the Sunfire will give you +8. Actually, I think now that I'm thinking about it, we'll be +1 prayer. Because each of these give you 4, right? So yeah, it would be 9 versus 8. So I'm gonna get the 3 strength that I'm losing for not having the 1 helm, even though this helm is obviously best in slot, but it's just how you look at it. And then we're gonna get a strength back from not having the Dragonfire shield equipped. Obviously, I'm gonna take accuracy over that, but bottom line would be, I think it's gonna raise my max hit, maybe almost to 50. It'll at least get it to 48. And we're not even 90 strength, you know? So I was thinking of that, and I was like, you know what, that would actually be pretty good to do. It's gonna be about 26, 27 mil though, so we'll save up a little bit. It's not gonna be a today purchase, but that's what I'm thinking down the line is what I'm gonna do. And it's probably going to increase the Slayer XP, well, it's going to be just all encompassing. Like, you're just going to get more XP per hour. Because when your max hit goes up even just a few, it does make a difference. Because that can be the difference between, like, 2 hitting these enemies and, like, 3 hitting them. Alright, so I remember I was saying we were at 44 when I was on the 5-minute timer. So I think we can take out 45 in 5 minutes. So we can take out 9 of these per minute. We can take out 9 per minute, which means we're going to finish this task in 2 more minutes. Oh, just over 2 minutes. This really is a pretty good task. There's definitely worse tasks. And see, this time I was actually pretty conservative on my prayer potion usage. Because I've been tanking without the protect from melee. We've got 10 more to go, which basically we've got about a minute to go on the task. It's really not that long at all. So yeah, 9 per minute. Let me toggle the XP here just to see. Once we get a KO, I want to see how much Slayer we get. 87? Okay. So yeah, it would be 87 times 9 times... Wait, let me think. 87 times 9 times 60 times... is that right? Maybe I'm double counting in there. So we take out 9 of these per minute. They give 87 Slayer. Okay, yeah, so about 47,000 Slayer XP per hour. That's why I don't block this task, because I'm like, wait a minute, you don't even need, like, if you used a cannon you would get better rate, sure, but as it is, I mean, this is still pretty good XP rate. You're not going to get an hour worth of fighting them, I mean, like, over time, though. Okay. Wow, that was pretty good. Okay. So we've got one more task to go to get to the 100. So you'll get to see that. It just depends what it is. Hopefully we'll get the milestone on like gargoyles or blood velds or something. That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind that. Alright, so we're gonna go past the GE. I'm just gonna go to the Slayer Master via the spirit trees here. I'm going to go to the Gnome Stronghold, talk to Neve, and then we're going to get on task here. Tura. I thought I blocked. Well, whatever. Your new task. Okay, 12 black dragons. Okay, so the milestone will be on the black dragon. Alright. You know what's great is we've already got our drum and staff, but I don't have a raw chicken, or do I? I have to see if I have one. Do I have a raw chicken? Oh, I do. Huh. I actually did. So we need to take out 12 of them. I mean, that's not going to take too long. This should be pretty good. I'm just going to bring some food in case, though. And then, in case I need to use a tab, we can do that. And then we're going to get ready to go here. Let me just... I go the long way to get my prayer back. I may as well. We're kind of in between tasks anyways. So we'll do this real quick. I'm going to go to Xanaris, and we're going to go and take out the black dragons this way. Once I get my prayer back, which will just be a second. Alright, And then let's go ahead and we're going to go there to Xanaris. It is a bummer that I had to use up. I've actually had to cancel 2 tasks today. I don't want to fight Turath, and I don't want to... There was something else I had to skip. Spiritual creatures? I'm able to fight them now because I did the 2 quests you need for where you could access the God Wars dungeon. I was kind of hoping to get them after I got my 1,000 points. But anyways, alright, so let me try to remember. Alright, so if you haven't... Oh, actually, you know what? I need to get my dragon. We're going to swap out the defender for the Dragonfire Shield. You can go to the bank here too if you just go like northwest from where you spawn. You know, just go northwest and you can use the bank chests. I'm going to switch the defender for the Dragonfire Shield. We need to get 12 kills. Assuming all goes well, I should kill more than 1 a minute, which would be... I've got 18 minutes worth of Dragonfire, so it should be plenty. We're gonna... Once I get my run back... We were so close too, but I had to remember though. I'm like, oh yeah, because we're fighting... With certain dragons, I don't like taking the risk for right now. I just make sure I've got the full anti-fire. I mean, I know you could use the extended or the super extended anti-fires. Is this? Yeah. So if you haven't been here before, you can go once you've done the one part of the recipe for disaster subquest. You can use a raw chicken on this shrine. I think before we go in there, let's make sure our anti-fire's on. I'm actually going to make sure we're ready to go right before anyway. There we go. And we're going to fight some dragons. See if we get anything good. Hey, what's going on, Kazaa? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. How goes the Slayer? You know, pretty good so far. Pretty good. This is actually the first official time that I've fought the black dragons here in this capacity. I usually take out the baby black dragons in a tavern. I wanted to give this one just a try. I wanted to see how crowded it was, and I wanted to see if I would get any good draws. We're halfway done with the task. I'm not sure why this one's purple, if it's a black dragon. I used to save spot black dragons as a kid looking for the visage drop. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, they give you can get visages from these. Okay. I was trying to remember if that was like because I think the mithrils give something too, don't they? What, the dragon full home, I believe. But yeah, that would be an epic drop. The first time I've really done this task ever, and then I get something crazy. That won't happen. We're actually doing pretty good against them, though. Chocolate cake. Chocolate cake. The mithril dragons drop the chewed bones, which you can trade in for a chance at a dragon full helm. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep, all the stuff that you just hear about, like others getting. Like, oh yeah, I got that. I got a visage, and oh, well, how many did you have to kill? Oh, I don't remember. This last one is really stubborn, too. It should give you better rewards if it's going to be that tough. Alright, we did it. Alright, so let's go, and that was the 100th task. All those hours and hours of Slayer. Oh man, I lost track. Now we're finally gonna get that bonus. I've had a visage before, but I don't think it was from a black dragon. I think it was from Vorkat. Oh, okay. How many how many or how many kills do you have against Vorcat? Fossil Island Wyvern. Man, I'm getting all these like exotic ones. Yeah, I'll be at 865. Man, I really want to get this storage one. Gain the ability to store your tasks. I keep having to cancel all these tasks though, or I'd already have it. Kind of a bummer. I mean, I don't want to fight wyverns right now, though, you know? I don't want to block them, because to block them, it's what, 500 points? 500 points, like, no. I'll just cancel. I'll take Hellhounds. I'm not going to argue with them. I'd rather that than fossilized wyverns I've never fought before, and I don't want to just get randomly KO'd because I'm not sure. I mean, I've got the Dragonfire Shield, I'm just saying. Like, those specific wyverns I've never fought. I don't know too much about them. They could be almost like the other ones, probably with more health and all that. I kind of wanted to just get a chill task because I wanted to see if I could get the storage one. We're a little bit a ways away from that now, and I'd really like to not cancel anymore if I can help. But it seems like it's just going to be one of those situations where we're going to put a bit more time in, but we can get to 1,000. It's just going to take some time. We're gonna get back on our tasks here. Let me just see. So I think it was at like 100,000 XP to start the day for Slayer, like left to go for 78, but we've made some progress. And then with Strength, I ended yesterday at like 281k away from 88, so was at 164k. I have around 2,100 on my main. Oh wow, that's you got to be near the higher end, the top end of kills for Vorkath, right? I mean, that's a lot, right? See, once I get to do all these quests, you know, like Dragon Slayer 2 and all that one day. Like I've watched how to fight Vorkath. Can you melee Vorkath? And I ask because anyone that I've watched do it, they always use like mage or something. It does that one special, like that one like purple fireball attack. That kind of bothers me, so I don't know if I can fight it, but I mean, I would like to. I would like to get that to do that one day. But if you could turn some of that off, I mean, that'd be great. Yeah, it seems like that'd be a little better, right? Now, when you get a blue dragon task, you just take out Vorkath with that, right? Because you can substitute, I believe. Oh, you know, I forgot to bring my defender. Hold on. I wasn't. I actually meant to bring my defender. I don't think we'll need fruit ones. Let's just see how we do for a second. I'll probably go back here in a minute and get the defender. I totally forgot. Yeah. Yeah, so if you get like 120 blue dragons or whatever it is, yeah, that'd be interesting. Because you'll get the Slayer XP for Vorkath each time. So once these 2 minutes run out, I'm going to go back to the bank just because I forgot the defender. That was my bad. But while we're here and while we're doing this, I may as well just... Like, I mean, I'm tanking. I mean, I'm still taking hits, but we are tanking a little bit too because the defense of the shield over the defender is like, what, plus 50? So, I mean, it's going to make a difference. Now, if I were in block stance, I mean, that would be, you know, plus 3 defense anyway, too. The goal is, because that's right. I don't know if I got to tell you because when I started the stream, I wasn't sure. You may have got here after I said this, but my plan is, after doing a little bit of research and then also just based on how often I'm making money and how much I want to spend right now, I was gonna get the Bandos chest plate, or the Bandos chest piece, and I was gonna get the Sunfire Fanatic, like the legs, because they give +8 prayer. And I'm going to get +1 prayer boost over what I've got between these two here. Between these two. And I'm going to get +4 strength boost from the Bandos. So I think my max hit's going to go up to like 47, 48. And then my prayer boost will get +1 as well, which is marginal, but I mean, it still would be positive, you know. So I was going to do that. It's going to cost me about 27 mil or something. I don't know if I want to do that today. But then I do think I would get more XP per hour. I don't know what I'd have to test what the new XP rate is. Hey, if it's another 5,000 per hour, I mean, it does matter. Because then you multiply that by the amount of hours you're going to be fighting, right? Yeah, for bossing. Oh, yeah, I did what is that? Death Plateau, and I did Troll Stronghold, so I'm able to do the God Wars dungeon, I believe. Yeah, was Spiritual Creature Task. So I know I can do that now. I'm still trying to round out some of these levels before I attempt anything. Yeah. So the reason why I'm coming back here, again, like I said, I forgot my defender, so let me swap this out. I meant to equip it. I just forgot. And then what's nice is because we're by a bank, I mean, we may as well just resupply here real quick. Okay. And then we're gonna continue on here with the task. That's my goal. And then once I get strength to 88, I did mention, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get strength to 90, but I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna keep the theme of going with strength 88, attack 88, defense 88, and I'm just gonna like methodically get one at a time go. You know, like one, get a level, get the next one, right? Like get the next skill. I think my first 99 Kazaa is gonna be farming. that seems to be the path for me. It's just how it's working out. And when I first created this character, I wasn't envisioning farming would be my first 99. I would have thought it would have been a combat skill. I thought it would have been maybe there would have been an outside chance for cooking or fletching or something, you know what I mean? Farming. I was not expecting, but once I got back to my routine that I had known years ago of like the run that I used to do with the like the tree runs, now that I'm back to what I used to do, I'm like, okay, this is actually within reach now. So it looks like the first one would most likely be farming, but to get the trim cape, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking, do I power level cooking? Do I just power level cooking? You know, I'm not really like, oh man, I'm just going to do 10 hours of cooking a day. But I'm trying to think which other one would complement it well. Smithing would be nice, but it seems like a lot of players would get 99 strength. That would be just looking at the numbers based on what I see on the high scores. The amount of players with 99 strength, that would be one other path too. Yeah, I love my farming runs. I'm still doing them past 99 here. Yeah, it's interesting. You know what I was gonna do? Tell me if this makes sense. But what I was thinking of doing for past 99 would be a different like mindset, because you're not going for XP anymore. What I would do for the fruit trees, I would just every so often, because I think it's, I don't know, I don't remember what the timer is on picking the fruit, but don't you, instead of getting rid of the tree, don't you just leave the tree and just pick the fruit like every so often? And then that's like a continuous like daily moneymaker though. Like basically you turn it into a moneymaker. Like a skill that took you 40 mil GP or 50 mil or whatever the cost is to get 99. Well, now you can make back like 100k a day or whatever by doing the fruit trees. Plus other patches that I haven't mentioned, because there are ones I haven't really I don't really use as much, or haven't really done as much, but herb, probably herb ones or other miscellaneous ones I'm probably not mentioning. Sure, there's a lot of potential there. Alrighty. Sorry about that. I am back. And I'm just catching up on the chat here, everybody. I do my urban birdhouse runs every, like, hour 15. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because you can pretty much sync them up. Yeah, and if you... I don't know, some of you probably noticed with one of the recent changes that they did. They, when you get a clue scroll, or like in a bird nest, the bird nest won't disappear, which was something that I had been wondering about. I was like, well, I don't really think the bird nest should disappear because I get a clue scroll. So I'm glad that they identified that, and I thought that was pretty cool. They took a look at that, and then you can also, once you click one bird nest, it'll take from all of them if you've got seeds or like jewelry. Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think that was good good for quality of life. Just wanted to say thanks everyone for stopping by today's stream. Feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I do appreciate it. And good to see all of you here today. I'm just wrapping up this task. We are fighting hellhounds. And I think we're, I don't know, 30-40% of the way done. And we're going to be working towards the main goal now that we've got the 100 streak, which was the goal of the video, which was great. I'm going to keep trying to build that up, and we'll make it 150 because that's another milestone. But I just, every 50, because that's a lot of time to put into one skill, you know? My goal would be to get the 1,000 points for the store task option, which, in my mind, like, okay, let's say the scenario is you get the boss task, but you don't want a boss right now. I think you would store that one and then see what you roll on the next one. And vice versa. If you're just wanting to boss and you don't want hellhounds, I mean, you could cancel. If you get a really good regular task, like, I don't know, gargoyles or abyssal demons or something, maybe you store those. I may have already, I don't know, because if I had mentioned this, but I was able to, the other day, I was able to get the rune gloves over the adamant gloves. So we did upgrade there slightly. I'm still working towards Barrows. I just need to do Monkey Madness and then the side quest for the recipe for disaster, the that part, then I'm gonna get the dragon gloves. And then honestly, I would need what, like 11 more quest points, I believe, to fight the Kalin Romancer. That's what he's called. Sounds like a good goal for over the week. Good goal for over the weekend. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I wasn't planning on finishing Death Plateau and Troll Stronghold yesterday, but when I was finishing the one, like the first one, I was like, well, I'm already here. I may as well do the other quest. You know? I mean, I'm glad I did for a number of reasons because I do, like I said with anything in this game, if I'm able to do it where like the attack animation or the enemy or anything like the weather effects or anything don't bother me, I'd be more than happy to like do an episode on it and have fun with that. And you know, I actually think that that'd probably be a good stream, like bossing or something. But it just depends if I'm able to do it, right? But I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to try. I want to really get the sense of what's the strongest non-boss enemy that I can beat that doesn't use a crazy sparky flashy attack that I can fight and fight and fight and have like it'd be like good content. We are getting pretty close here to level 88 strength. I'm pretty excited. My approach has been, I mean, typically in the past, I would level up strength for a while and then I would go attack and I'd kind of do defense. And now it's just been like a balanced approach where strength is still first, but then I kind of try to balance them out. Because I like to see those like micro gains, those it's subtle, but when you improve, I like the journey. I like the journey, like the small positive steps. So +1 strength, +1 attack. Like I like to just see how the character how the improvement, like how does it translate to success? Didn't mean to pick those up. I am kind of surprised though that these hellhounds don't like drop anything really. Like that's kind of wild. You have all these enemies in the game that drop like something, like coins or you know what I mean? I wonder why these they don't have anything. I wonder part of the reason why Cerberus seems to give a lot of good drops is because it makes up for the fact that the Hellhounds don't give you anything for hours of fighting them. It's crazy. I think we're about 2/3 of the way done with this task though, so we're making some good time considering that I haven't used a cannon, which I could do. I'm looking to save the cannon for the multi-combat areas though. But this will show you what you'd expect if you were to do this without a cannon. Kind of what you're getting yourself into. You're not doing this task for the drops because they just drop ashes. Unless you have the Ash Sanctifier, then you would get, like if you have the Elite Diary done, I can't think of which one it is, the Corend one, or I can't remember. But whichever Elite Diary it is you have to complete, you would get the full prayer XP for each of these ashes, right? But you have to have it in your inventory, I believe. But we would because we're not getting any drops anyway. So that's fine. And in lieu of that, you would get whatever the... So you would be training 4 skills at once. You would be training 4 skills at once. Because you would get the prayer XP, you would get Slayer, you would get your combat, and you would get your HP. You can also get very, very lucky and get a Smoldering Stone, which is 1 in 32,000. Oh, okay, so they can give you that? Oh, wow. Huh, okay. I got a champion scroll from fighting the giants, these fire giants. Yeah, it was 2 days ago, I believe it was. I was fighting over here and I got it. It's like 1 in 5,000. I know I've never seen it and I've played a lot of RuneScape. So I'm like, 1 in 5,000, that's, I mean, yeah, 1 in 32,000 is super rare. But yeah, if you did land one, yeah, I mean, I wonder how much that's worth. Hey, Kazaa, have you beaten Nex? Have you? I'm sure you've probably. I'm assuming you probably have. I saw some brief moments on like a video of streams where people were getting like the damaged Torva from Nex. So you have to run away from Nex at the very end so you don't get KO'd from like I don't know what the damage is. I just seen that they were running away. What is it like? Retribution just kind of different, or you know what I mean? It's only worth 2 mil because Cerberus drops them. Oh, okay. That would make sense. And people probably farm Cerberus with the scythe of Vitur, I'm guessing. That's my guess. I've only seen one person fight it, so I don't know. Never tried Nex. That's cool though. Yeah, I back in the day, before RS3 really got to be what it is and all that, I remember people used to talk about duoing Nex. And there were only a handful of people that were doing it at the time. I don't remember the year, but it was interesting to think back on it. But they were some of the few people that do it early on. And like the GE was just like, oh wow, and you know. long time ago, but I want to start with, say, like the God Wars bosses and kind of work from there. I would like to squat up. It's just I'm still getting used to this game after many years of not playing it, so I want to be a good team member. Like I don't want to hold the team back. So I want to just get my I want to get my timing down. You know, I want to do better with prayer switching. Like I'm not saying I'm going to be great at it, but I want to get better at certain like processes. And then I feel like I'd be like statistically I think I'm pretty much there, like competently speaking, but I need to still work up like range and stuff, you know what I mean? But as far as melee goes, I feel like melee in the short amount of time I've played, I actually think this is pretty good. But the more I get the cow fight in certain tasks where I can take advantage of the multi-combat areas, I feel like I can get more range going. Because actually, we're only 12k away from, well, 12.5k away from 61. A lot of the Slayer bosses are honestly a good way to get started since they're solo friendly. Oh, well, that's true. That's true. We've only got 23 more of these left to go. Not too bad. I want to get to like a gargoyle task or something. Believe me, I've been trying. It just seems like I've got to expand my block list. I don't want to waste 500 points on blocking wyverns, though. You know. Like I mean the fossil. Like I can fight the skeletal wyverns, but it was a grind for me. I almost feel like you're better off using a whip against them, or well, I mean obviously like a crush weapon would be better. The Grazi, I mean I've seen their defense stats, so I kind of knew that going in, but when you actually fight them, it's like, yeah, they're really tanking stab. It's not very effective. So when you kill like 10 or whatever it is at a time, I'm still at the point where I'm looking for tasks like blood velds or gargoyles, where I want to get good XP per hour and just try to keep getting, you know, Slayer leveled up and stuff like that. Jonathan is more of the guy for high-end PVM, though. He's a lot more experienced than I am. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah, you know, like I said the one day, and it still applies to today. I do appreciate the help from you guys. That was cool. You know, I've tried to pay it forward and just that's how I really try to play the game myself. Helping other people out. I've just been kind of grinding, just trying to get these levels up. I got 41 rune crafting yesterday. Because my Tears of Guthix renewed, and then I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go in there for a few minutes to train some rune crafting. I just can't, you know, I can't. It's like 5,000 XP per hour otherwise, and I'm like, I can't. Do I go 5,000 XP for RC, or do I go like 180,000 in combat and Slayer, you know? It's like, well, That's a no-brainer. What do you think of sailing from what you saw? Because Guardians of the Rift is much faster, probably the best way. Yeah, no, I've seen a couple mentions of that. That does seem like a game I'd want to try. I just with certain backdrops and like color schemes and stuff, I have to actually play it through to see if I could tolerate it. Like visually, like I'm saying, like to actually see it. Because from the pictures, it looked like it was kind of involved, and I'm like, well, I'd like to level up my rune crafting. Like, I don't want it to be level 41 forever. But with certain activities, like that's the only thing holding me back. Otherwise, if I was sure I could play it, I'd probably be like 50, 60 rune crafting now. I don't mind the skill. This is the sad part. Like, I don't mind rune crafting. I'm just not excited about it. Like, I don't mind it. I'm not against it. I guess the only skill I really kind of mind is like maybe mining. In the back in the day, I used to mine all the time. I can't do it anymore. I can't. I just can't. It's the fact that you have to click and drop and click and drop. There's got to be a better way, unless I'm missing something. I can't do that for 100 hours. I can't do it. I've done it for an hour, and I'm like, okay, I did it, but I got to do that 100 more times. No, I can't. I would get 99 over twice on smithing before I would get once on mining, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Motherlode mine. I've seen that on the wiki, but I have not really looked into that. Like I said, I figured I could have probably been missing something. Motherlode mine. Okay. That seems, is that a lot more of an AFK way to do it, or, you know what I mean? I'm gonna guess it is, but I don't know. Oh, we did it! Hey! We finished the task. What do you know? Hey, we're finally done with taking those out. Right? We're at 877 points, so 123 away from our goal of 1,000. Oh, hey, we get to bring a cannon. Nice. Okay. Yeah, it's much more AFK, doesn't drop. Oh, okay. Hey, thanks for the suggestion. I'll have to give that a shot. Cool. Because I see with a lot of these like quest requirements and achievement diary stuff, I'm like, yeah, you need like 60 something mining. I'm like, oh, I won't do that. I won't do that. But that gives me hope because I'm like, well, maybe I can do it. We're not going to really bring much in the way of potions because we are going to be bringing the cannon. Some boom booms. Some boom booms against some trolls here. I think I need, what, like 3k maybe? I don't know if I'll need this much. We'll bring some cannonballs. Let's see. We're just going to heal real quick. Not that we need to for trolls. I'm just trying to, like, regroup here. We were fighting in there for a little while, so I'm just trying to think of what I need to do next here. And then we're going to fight some pesky trolls here for a little bit. I don't actually think I need... sprayer as much as I would just bring a lot of food with me, probably. Because I can tank them pretty well. We're gonna fight some trolls. I'll show you guys where I normally go in case you haven't. Like, there's certain areas like I avoid, but there's also good areas too. What else? Oh, I need to remember to bring the drum and stuff. Okay. Alright. It's also very easy on the eyes. It's underground and doesn't have much going on graphically. Oh, even better. Say no more. Thank you. I'll have to look at that. It's called, what did you say? Motherlode Mine. Oh, fantastic. Because honestly, you know, historically speaking, like, I mean, I've gotten mining to like 60s before and stuff. I don't think I've 99'd it unless it was like RS3 where I just put all my XP lamps into it. But you know what I mean? Like, actually getting it to 99. No, I've never actually done that. So that'll be cool. Sometimes here at the Gnome Stronghold, it's like right where I'm standing. Sometimes there's a crashed star that lands here. Because I stay in the same world so often, I kind of notice, you know, the subtle things, and it seems like I'm the first to find a crashed star here because I'm here all the time because of all my farming runs and stuff. Alright, we're gonna go to the GE. Star mining is awesome. There is a whole community around finding those. You know, one day I thought I did my good deed for the day, and I typed here at the GE and I was like, oh hey, there's a crashed star at the Gnome Stronghold. And I didn't think anyone was paying attention to me, like, who is this noob, right? Who's this new rookie player, you know? But I had to log out, and I log back in, and I go there, and there's like 20 people there, and I was like, okay, maybe it did help somebody. You know? Maybe someone actually, and then they tell their friends, and you know what I mean? It was good. I was like, hey, I was trying to help. You know? I'm all about helping. We're going to go to the Kebos Lowlands. Yep, Discord, clan chat. Yeah, okay. All right, so, okay, all right. I'm trying to remember if it was Ice Mountain or which mountain it was, but there's sometimes I see them there too. Okay, and this is what I was saying I was gonna do last time, because I'm trying to think if this is a good spot. Is this a good spot? I'm having a hard time seeing. Oh, there they are. There they are. There they are. Yeah, working great. All right. Bombs away. And I like it too because the cannon draws them closer because they get upset. You know, they're like, "Oh, you're hitting me." Going to grab some water real quick? Hey, no problem. Yep. I need to do the same, actually. Some water. I know it might be a bit difficult to see, but we are fighting trolls. It's like a wave of text, I know. I'll try to draw them a little bit. Oh wow, this one's like way far away. Oh my god. I think the cow fights are better though. Only because it seems like these spawn in a little slower. So you can just place the cannon like more in the middle here, in between both the trees. And it should hit pretty much every troll. It like curves it around the tree. Let me. Oh, okay, we're in combat, so I can't. I was gonna see if I could up the threshold for value wall to make it a little easier because it's all text everywhere. But I'm in combat. I mean, I don't know. We'll try to make this quick though. But yeah, this is what you do against the trolls though. Basically, you can bring a cannon here. This is a multi-combat area. Here at the Kebos Lowlands. And really, these trolls don't really drop anything good. I mean, they'll occasionally drop some good seeds. Like, they'll drop Ranar seeds. Or, trying to think the other one, Snapdragon, I believe. Welcome back there. Welcome back. I was remarking the other day, I was like, oh, that'd be interesting. It'd be interesting if you get trolls and then cow fights back to back. You could just keep the cannon with you and just go to the next task. This whole group of trolls is like trying to like swarm me and they just get blasted with the cannon. Actually, I need to make them move because only one of them's getting hit. There we go. Much better. Yeah, sometimes you gotta move so they kind of get a hint. Yeah, if you can get them back to back, it's like, yeah, it really does speed things up. So what's this, Kaza? With doing the combat tasks with the medium task, your cannonballs will deal 35 damage instead of 30. Max it. I have done some combat ones. When I see combat tasks and I see easy, I'm thinking, okay, well, there's going to be some like low level ones, right? Their definition of easy is like fire giants and stuff. I mean, they're easy for me, but I'm like, is the average player going to view a fire giant as easy, or is that medium? You know, I don't know. You know? They mean well, but easy to me is like a troll or something. That's easy. A troll's easy. Fire giants can kind of hit you. They're not necessarily bad enemies. I mean, they're not super strong or nothing. Easy, though. I don't know. Yeah, trolls are easy. I mean, I do understand, like, Grandmaster ones, of course. Those are, like, really difficult. Oh, okay, my bad. I was confusing that with the granite ones. The, you know, the gargoyle, the guardians, that, the upgraded cannonballs. I mean, I was mixing up the two things. Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant to say. Oh, we're out of, yeah, it's you load 35 cannonballs, so you don't have to load the cannon as much. Good call. Yeah, that's more of what I meant to say. But yeah, so it's the medium combat tasks. I haven't really done that many. You can see 7 out of 599. We're here at the Kebos Lowlands. Sorry if it's a bit rough to see these trolls because of the text. I forgot before I entered combat that that would have been a thing, but I'll just up the value threshold the next fight, though, to like 1,000 gold or something. We'll fight some down here. This one's like hiding over here. It's scared. Oh no, the cannon. Oh no, the cannon. It's not the cannon you have to worry about. It's me. The cannon will deal more damage per second than me because it's a cannon and it hits 6 targets or whatever at once. My max hits better, so they should be scared either way. You know? They don't want to get hit by 30s, but they can get hit by 46s too. They're not going to have fun either way. Sometimes it reaches these trolls over here, and sometimes I think the ones in front like block the other ones from getting hit or something. We'll try and correct that. There we go. There we go. Trying to get the most out of the cannon here, you know? Speed up these troll tasks. I know this would be a common task to skip, but actually with the cannon, they're not so bad. I would just do the task real quick, because you'll get 90 Slayer XP per, but you could take like 6 of these out per minute, so it's not bad. Actually, maybe more, depending on how frequently the cannon targets. I guess we'll have to kind of check. It does appear, unless you have perfect placement of the cannon, maybe more like right here. Sometimes these ones kind of luck out and they are like way far away. There we go. All is well again. Well, not for them. Not for the trolls. Man, that cannonball was launched like so far. Bombs away. We need more targets. There we go. There we go. Now this is how you finish a Slayer task. Got the trusty cannon. We got the Grazi. We got the Slayer helmet. We are just putting in some damage here. Dealing some damage here. Rather. Just bring enough cannonballs with you to be on the safe side, but I don't think we're gonna need 3,000 of them for this. It seems like we'll need about 1,000 to 1,200 maybe, because with the cow fights it's a little different. There's so many that spawn. Oh, we got a tooth half of a key. Nice. I'll take 12k real quick. Thank you. Appreciate it. How kind of you. I do apologize if it's hard to see the trolls because of this wave of drop text. I'll make sure that that's not a factor for the next task. I'll just make the value like, I don't know, what would I make it? I mean, they're big bones, so I'd have to do like 500. I think it was what, like 150 something of these. We've been here. We haven't been here all that long. All right. I didn't even see that. So we'll just run a few more minutes of this, and then we're going to go to the next task. I tried to bring enough supplies to last me. Not that you really need to take trolls that seriously, but I mean, I think it's good practice for when you've got the tasks with like the bigger stakes, you know? When you've got like boss tasks or like like steel dragons or something. You're not really going to have the cannon in that situation. So it'll just come down to inventory management and I was gonna say, like, we should be pretty close to our range. We've gained about 9,000 ranged XP since we've been here. And I'm trying to think of how many minutes that is. Would it be 15 minutes? Yeah, I think it's been about 15 minutes. It's too bad that they didn't drop a bit more good stuff, or this would be a pretty good area for money, though. I mean, I guess you could even say the big bones 100% guarantee. This wouldn't be bad for, like, early prayer levels, though. If you just wanted to bury them while you're doing this, it wouldn't be bad. And actually, if you have the Bone Crusher with you, wouldn't that automatically give you some XP? Maybe that would be the play, right? You have the Bone Crusher with you when you do this. You'd be training prayer. You'd be training prayer with ranged and Slayer. You know what I mean? I haven't done that. I haven't done the, was it Moritana, the hard diary? I haven't. I've done the easy one. I gotta do a couple more quests, I think. Not too much longer now. We've got about 20 left to go here. So for 150 something trolls, I think maybe it was 145. I guess we'll know it. Depending on how fast you're going through with melee here and that combination, but it seems like you'd probably would be safe with about 1,000 cannonballs. Again, judging how fast you would take them out with melee on top of it. And there's always that one that tries to get away. Oh, take an adamant warhammer. It's like getting blasted back. I'm gonna try the cannon here, maybe. Actually, oh, I guess it didn't. I was just resetting the timer, too. This task went by pretty fast. Yeah, it really did. Yeah. This is the way to go. You know, I'm glad that I kind of saw that this is a multi-area. Because typically I was like, okay, well, you know, this is a task that normally takes me some time to do, even though it's just taking out trolls, but they usually give you a bunch of them, like, what, 150 or whatever? So I was like, okay. But the cannon, I mean, this surely does get sped up with the cannon, though. It's pretty much like another cow fight task. It's not quite as good as a cow fight task, just because of the fact that there's so many cow fights in that cave, but it's not bad though. Like it's still serviceable. Like it's a this makes a task that's like not great solid. Like it's a solid task because the cannon's like the game changer. Let me just wrap up here. We don't need protect. We've got 2 more to go. We got the last one to finish here. All right. Actually, we used not even 600 cannonballs. Hey, we got it, chat. I've been waiting for a week to get a Bloodveld task. I'm not even kidding. 236 Bloodvelds. This is, to me, this is my favorite, one of my favorite tasks. Finally. You know, we'll take it. Big task too. Oh yeah, yeah. That's definitely that was clutch. This is my favorite task right now for training combat. So we're gonna train right here. This is where the Bloodvelds are. Well, this is one area. Okay, so get ready for this. We've got 236. We've got 236. Okay, we're gonna start like a timer, I guess you could say. Once we take the first dose here. 236. You ready? And go. I'll have the XP show. You can see like how fast this is. They're a bit squishy, just like the crabs are. They have like 30 defense, which is really not good. That's why I like fighting them, because they're excellent. They're excellent to train against. And for their level, their Slayer XP is pretty good, too. Yeah. You get 120. So they're better than Trolls for XP, and they have a higher health pool, and they have weaker defense. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be epic, because we are going to get strength from this. We'll get 88 from this task. And then I'll just train attack for a little bit. And no pun intended, but the Bloodvelds, they do give a lot of blood runes considering their combat level. 10 of them, you know? Crazy. So the way I see this is from how often I would fight crabs on Fossil Island. That's a good way to train, obviously. You can train there for plenty of hours. But if you get a Slayer task for blood builds, there's really not too much difference. And you'll get Slayer XP on top of everything, too, right? They do have better defense, technically, so yeah, you may not hit them as much. 30 defense is still pretty low. Like, that's not too much of an upgrade. But we started at 236, and then I kind of just go off of that number based on once I'm done using the final sip from a potion from the 3 that I bring. This is an hour worth of potions that I bring for the divines. Once that timer, the last ones, runs out, I then look at how many I have left to go. But if I get the 236 before that happens, then I know I'm like, okay, well, I've exceeded. Like, I can finish the task in less than an hour, basically, is how I view it. See if I can still get these blood runes. Yes. I was trying to free up an inventory. Oh, we got 30 of them. We got 30 of them. Oh, wow. That's great. You would be surprised how often you get blood runes from these. It's really kind of crazy. The trolls, which are about the same combat level, hardly give you anything, and then you fight the blood velds. They give you pizzas. They're giving you fresh meat pizzas. It kind of looked like it was like skating. This is like skating on the ground. They're one of the only enemies in the game that attack with magic melee, which is interesting. But as long as you protect from melee, you don't have to worry about that anyway. Alright. Alright. Yeah, this was the first task that, and I think it's the only task right now that I have extended for using the points on. But my goal would be for future tasks, once I start getting gargoyles, gargoyles would be a consideration, right? Because there's always that chance you can get a granite maul from them. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes, and we've taken out 19 of them. So we're gonna do some math. Okay. Alright, so real quick, I'm getting 109,440 on my strength XP per hour. If I keep up 19 kills per dose of Divine on Blood Velds. But if you can get that to 20 every 5, well, that would be, well, even better. That'd be another 12 kills an hour. Which would be... 115,000. Yep. I think that's typically where I am. Would be interested to see once I get the next strength level here if that's gonna improve my max hit or not. Because I was like right on the bubble with the last one, so I think I will. I think I'll. I think I. Like I said, I still got to get the Barrow's gloves. What's crazy is like I haven't even tapped into like the full potential with the equipment here. Like I said, once I get the Bandos chest and then the Sunfire, the legs, plus the Barrow's gloves, I mean, we're gonna be really. I mean, that's gonna be great for XP. Not, I mean, this is already pretty good for XP, but you know what I mean. Like, that'll probably be another 10,000 XP per hour, on top of. Oh, we got another 30. On top of the the 110 we're getting right now. Really not too bad. I think it was yesterday I was at like 360 something thousand strength XP. So it is nice to finally see we are really close to getting this level, because it's been I've been at this for a little while. Slayer, we are fairly close to 78 now, which is really kind of nice. I kind of keep tabs of this on the high scores. After a certain level, I think it's after 75, there's a really big drop off in players that train Slayer. I noticed, like historically. After the quest Sins of the Father, you unlock a multi-combat Bloodveld area. It's crazy good XP. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Hey, thanks for letting me know. I think I've seen that quest mentioned a couple other times on the wiki, but that's one quest I was just, I don't know, kind of briefly. I don't really know much about it, but I know of the name of it though. Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, anything Bloodveld, right? I am all about it. That's great. Hey, they drop meat pizzas, so it can't be that bad, right? Ready to go pizzas. Oh, here you go. Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it. Yep. So it's been very consistent. I've taken out 19 every 5 minutes. It's basically to a T. So yeah, we're pacing. It's like 109,000 per hour. But that, okay, so it's 109,000 strength XP per hour. But then you divide that by 3, and that is the HP XP on top of that. So 109 divided by 3. That's like 36.3 something. 36,333, whatever. Then you then have your Slayer XP. So what would that be? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 27,360. So that like 172,000. So yeah, it's like 172 total thousand. And if you can get the multi-combat area where you can use a cannon, I mean, I gotta imagine your ranged XP would be superb as well. Oh, hey, thanks so much for becoming a member, because I appreciate that. Welcome, everyone. Shout out to Kazaa. Very much appreciated. That's great. That's good to hear it. It's been fun running through this series and just trying to keep it up, you know? Just trying to get these skills kind of, you know, upgraded one at a time, and trying to do some bosses here pretty soon. Hey, you guys, you'll get to see 88 strength. We got it. Hey, 109 combat. All right, that's great. We're gonna work on attack. So attack 88, and then we're gonna go defense 88, and kind of just keep doing that. Oh, pizza, nice. Hey, thanks, appreciate it. These pizzas really aren't valuable, but the thing is, just for fun, I like picking them up because I think it's funny that they drop them. Pizza. See, you don't really need to bring food when you fight these anyway, because they'll just give you pizzas like every few kills. You don't even need to bring sharks. They're gonna supply your food. Would you like a pizza, good sir? Oh, thank you. I don't mind if I do. It is seeming to make a little bit of a difference. I know we're not using strength anymore per se for the stance, but in terms of like the kill blows, I always can tell when like the kill blows are just more like automatic. That's when you kind of know you're like, all right, that level did make a difference. You know? You can actually tell. We're going to work on attack 88 next. We're not going to get that today, but we're probably going to get some progress towards it, for sure. Ooh, another pizza. Sweet. Yeah, you could save money on the sharks. I mean, that's not much money, but I mean, you can. Because they're just going to give you pizzas every few kills anyway. The only drawback with pizzas is it's two, you gotta have two eats for one, but I mean, you still get, I mean, it'll still heal you. Oh, wow. They give a lot of blood runes, like I was saying. They really do. 120, and we haven't even been here for what, 17 minutes? That's really not bad. That's about 38k worth in blood runes. Actually, no, more now. I spoke too soon. That's like 40k in blood runes. So for an enemy that's fairly weak in combat-wise, they give a fairly good amount of blood runes. But that's, you know, they don't really give much else. But I'd imagine in a multi-combat area where you're taking out like 2 or 3 times the amount in the same hour, you would get a lot more food quicker and blood runes too, you know. You would just have to upkeep, you know, just make sure you're sticking with the cannon, and on top of that, which people do, but then yeah, I could see that being a viable way. But this is pretty good too, because I like this area because it's literally right by the Slayer Master, so you don't even have to do contact NPC. You could just go out and talk right to the Slayer Master, which, I mean, you're right here. This is like the best. Like, this is like the best area for blood velds. It's like right by the Slayer Master, like in terms of proximity. We'll just keep taking these blood runes though. I don't mind. They're not going to drop them all the time, but they do drop them frequently, seemingly. We get blood runes more than we get meat pizzas, to put that in perspective. So we're just under 21,000 left for Slayer 78, which would be good. Like I was saying, though, when I checked the high scores, it seemed like a fair amount of players over time, once they get 75 for the gargoyles, they just kind of stop. But I figure they put in all that work to get to 75, you may as well just keep going. Yeah, this Slayer Cave is really nice. I used Duradel mainly on my way to 99 with a bit of Konar along the way. Yeah, I was training with Konar for a little while. Yeah. I think my brother, November Nick, you know, but I think my bro, he was talking about Konar as well. I think my tasks were bronze. There was bronze dragons in the catacombs, I believe, and I actually think I got bronze dragons there twice. I think I did, which is kind of interesting. But I just found this Slayer, for me, this Slayer Master, I don't know, just seems to be working out, so I just keep training here. Konar is better at higher levels once you unlock Hydra. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. have an Iron Man account that I'm working on, and I'm planning on mainly doing Wilderness Slayer on there. Oh, okay. Interesting, that's cool. Some Wildy Slayer? Alright. I think there's one Slayer Master that's just basically Wildy, right? I'm trying to think. So that's probably going to be like the go-to one, I would imagine. From what you've seen, does it seem like I'm on like a good path to 99? I mean, I know it's going to take me a while, but is this like a good foundation to kind of get there? You know what I mean? Like I'm not really missing something like I know I don't do like Ice Barrage and stuff, you know, stuff like that yet. Like I've tried to block like slower tasks, you know. I still need to get more quest points so I can add more to that. Yeah, the Crystalia. Yep. Now I know I'm not going to get 99 overnight, but I would like to get to 85 though for the Abyssal Demons though to fight those. That's gonna take me some time though. Yeah, like I was saying before, though, I think farming's going to be my first 99, though. Everything that you're doing is great for your level. You don't really start barraging tasks until Neckrail, Abbey, and Dust Devils. Okay, yeah. Alright, good to know, good to know. I mean, I'm doing fairly well. I think at this point for me, it's just trying to continue to take the tasks that are going to be quicker to complete and using the cannons on like the cow fights and stuff like that. You know, I hadn't originally done that. You know, the first task that I got was cow fights. I guess I could have been doing that from the start. I didn't know though. I didn't know at the time I could do that. And I didn't even really have the gold to do it to begin with. You know, I was just building like a basic set at that point, let alone, you know, having like a cannon or anything, like a setup. Yeah, I was 17 Slayer for a good like week or two. I just was like, okay, I'm gonna get quest. I'm gonna do some quests and kind of get the XP from that, and that'll be my Slayer training for the week. You know, I couldn't remember where cow fights were. I was like, wait, where are they? I had no clue. I couldn't. I mean, it had been years since I fought a cow fight. So I was like, I don't even remember. I mean, I know they're in the desert, but where? I don't know. But I mean, now I know. It took me a minute, you know. It all depends what you want to get out of Slayer. Some people want the fastest XP and others want to make the most gold. And there are different methods depending on where you fall in that. Yeah, for me, I'm probably more towards the gold side of things. Slightly more towards the gold. I would like to get a gargoyle task, but they're just not. I just haven't got one yet. I don't know if that's typical because I haven't actually seen the weight value of gargoyles relative to the other tasks, so I don't know. I think Neve does assign gargoyles, right? I don't. I guess we'll find out. So we've got, according to this timer, we've got about 2 minutes left before we're at 30 minutes for total time here. We've taken out 111 so far. So we are under the pace that I projected. So we still got 2 minutes left, which is going to be about 6 more kills, probably, maybe 8. If I am on my A game and I really don't miss a click and I'm just keep fighting, I think we'll still be on pace though. Then you would focus mainly on doing bosses when available. Like if you get assigned Hellhounds, oh, we got a Rune medium helm. Okay, sweet. You would go Cerberus, yeah. It will take longer to get 99 doing that, but you will make so much more cash. Yeah, because I think the play, for me, the play would be, I would use the cash that I get from that to level, like power level my other skills very fast as a trade-off. That's what I would tend to do. For example, I would just take the loss and just smith mithril plate bodies till 88, and then I would go addy plate body when you're not losing money anymore. Because I think it's slight profit at 88 for addy ones, I think. But I would power level like certain skills to where I would exceed my hourly rate 3-4 times over on Slayer for the extra gold to spend based on what it awarded me, you know? So it's kind of like a temporarily, I'm not getting the extra boost here, but I'm trying to transfer that gain to another skill. But it doesn't mean, yeah, I mean, there probably will be tasks, though, that I take, like Blood Velds. Like, Blood Velds are pretty good, you know? So I'm kind of like, most of the tasks would be gold focused, but I do like these tasks, though, where it's like, you'll get some drops, like, okay, cool, you know, blood runes, you know? Yeah. This is more of like a fun, chill task for me, where I'm not, it's not like, I'm not even thinking about it, it's just kind of mindless, I'm just kind of fighting these. But then when I've got to, like, try, that would be like, okay, I gotta focus up, because maybe I could have a really good, you know, run here. If it's like a boss or something. Yeah, bossing is much more fun. Yeah, it just, you get to go to a lot of different places. Well, you get to anyway, but I mean, you get to go to all these different dungeons and places. That's what I like about RuneScape, is there's a lot of different places you can explore. But I wonder how Slayer is gonna be with sailing though. What are your impressions of sailing? Because when they started the alpha for sailing, I noticed that baby dragon bones spiked in price. So do some people know something we don't? Like, are they gonna have more baby dragon spawns like by a bank or something? You know what I mean? Like, why would they go up in price? I mean, they went up like 300 gold and like by the hour. It was crazy. I mean, I don't know. There's probably other things that went up, but I don't know if they're gonna have like another island that's like, oh yeah, we've got baby dragons here, and then it's like a bank chest is there. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I really like what I've seen so far, and I think it's a great fit for the game. It feels very old school to me. Yeah. Yeah, that was what my brother was saying. He's waited for sailing for a while, you know, like a skill like it. Like for me, playing RS3 when I was playing RS3, I just wasn't a fan of summoning. Like I just didn't, you know? I wasn't against dungeoneering. I was kind of mixed on it. I was kind of in the middle. It was a hard sell for me to have like raiding be a skill in the sense of like, oh, you just, the deeper you, I guess the further you go, you get more levels. I mean, it's kind of cool, but I'm like, I don't know. It just didn't seem like RuneScape anymore to me. I guess that was my thinking, if I'm right or wrong, you know what I mean? But sailing, it does have that, yeah. I do see it that way. Yeah, I was too. I liked it more than, I guess I did like it more than I don't like it. And I did like the resource dungeons and the Frost Dragon area, I will say. Frost Dragons was cool. But I just, summoning, like even with all the XP buffs and stuff you can get in that game and double XP weekend and all that, I was at 98 summoning and I was just like, you know, I don't know. In my mind, I was like, this isn't RuneScape. I just thought with all that extra capacity space and stuff, I'm like, and the fact that you had like this, what, note paper where you could like note everything, and I'm like, well, no wonder a lot of these items are so cheap in the GE. Should they be? Like, whips were like 300k, and I'm like, oh, stop. A whip should not be 300k. That's ridiculous. a whip's a good weapon. Like, come on. You know? Yeah, 300k, and that was, I mean, that was years ago, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying the note paper had anything to do with that per se. I know that was probably just a combination of, you had dry gore and you had other things that were better. Like in this game, you've got, you know, the Fang, and you have other weapons that are better, but the whip still is over 2 mil, or like, what, 2 mil or 1.9, or, you know what I mean? That's a lot more reflective of what it probably should be. That's like a healthy price for the whip. I think that's respectable. You know, again, just my opinion. Resource dungeons were a great idea. Yeah, that's. I do like these kind of hidden little areas where you discover them, and then it's like, because you found it or because you did X quest, you could, it's like, you don't really see as many players, but it's like, hey, this is something that you achieved. You know, I like it. Because it gives it the sense of like, hey, there was skill to where you kind of had to do something earn this, and now you can really take your game to the next level. We've got 89 more of these blood velds left to go. We started at 236, so that's 147 taken out in 37 minutes. And without a cannon, that's pretty good. Especially too, now that I'm thinking about it, with the, like in the multi-combat area, if you're using the cannon, I'm sure you could finish this task really fast. It would still take a little longer than the cow fights if you've extended it, but I mean, that would be, like, because I was saying, like, that would be excellent for Slayer XP too. Basically, I guess what I would say, like, as my, like, statement about blood velds, my impression would be they're slightly stronger than crabs, but, like, they've got, you know, a bit better defense. But I mean, once you get your attack up to a certain point and stuff, they're pretty much crabs anyway. But you can fight them on your own terms. Like, you can get a task for them, and you'll benefit because you'll have, if you've got the Slayer helmet, you know, you'll get more out of, you know, you'll get a lot of XP. And they can drop some interesting things. Most notably, they drop a lot of, for what their level is, they drop a lot of blood runes. Like, the value in blood runes is, I mean, that's, you know, that's like a pretty good, that's like kind of like it's like I have a dragon medium helm right here. You know what I mean? Really not bad. Yeah, I was saying that too. I agree with that. Now that I've kind of done both, I trained a lot at crabs, and I'm doing a lot of these tasks now. Now that I've seen that, I'm like, yeah, I'm not really going back to the crabs. I mean, if you get them as a task, I mean, by all means, you know, you can fight them as a task. The fact that you can train an extra skill, but you can train it all quicker, to me, that's the key part of that. And the money making potential too. If you spend 50 hours taking on crabs, I mean, you're training, you're getting your levels, yeah, but you're not really getting anything worth value the whole time, right? If you're fighting gargoyles for 50 hours, I guarantee you're going to get a granite maul somewhere in there. You know what I mean? But imagine how many granite mauls you're missing out on, though. So I guess that's one thing. I mean, until I get my first gargoyle task, at least for this game, because I mean, I did on RS3, but I haven't fought them yet on here. I would like to for the stream though. That'd be kind of fun. Kind of interested to see what kind of drops I would get for the first task. I have got quite the pizza collection here. We've got 6 meat pizzas in 43 minutes. I could buy X number from the GE, but it's fun to just pick them up off the drops though. It's good too because you do take the chip damage from the the divines, right? So it's good to have some food just for maintenance, you know. I think it's good practice for when the stakes are a lot higher. Yeah, and basically when you have the Slayer helmet and piety, when you have piety, like everything kind of stacking with like good equipment, it really does feel like you're fighting crabs, but like 2.0 because they've got. I think these have more health, don't they? They've got like 20 more health or something, and they give you Slayer XP. So it's like, well, it's like bonus. They have 30 defense, but it really doesn't feel like they've. It feels like they've got 1 defense. You know what I mean? We still hit them pretty much every time. So I wouldn't let that be a deterrent. 30 defense. I mean, we've got 87 attack, well, 105. You know that should be way better than 30 defense. It's basically like it's 1 to me. So you really, I mean, you'll get a rare miss, but whatever. You know. Just keep fighting, right? We've got 60 more to go, chat. Really not bad here. We started at what, 236? So we are 3/4 of the way done, basically. And if we get one more KO, we'll just have to get 58 in 15 minutes, which I think will be close. It's going to be close if we're going to be able to do this or not. I think the only constraint's going to be, will my prayer potions last long enough? And the answer to that is no. Because I've already kind of think I'm going to be a few minutes short. We're going to have to start eating up all this food and getting the HP to where I'm going to tank for a little while without protect. They're going to hit me though because they deal, like I said, magic melee. So I'm going to get hit. It's like weak amounts. It's like 4 or 5, but it's just like every other hit they hit you and hit you. So, you know, we can last a little while because we did stockpile all these pizzas the whole time. The prayer is going to run out here at some point. It's basically, you know, like a good rule of thumb for me is if I'm able to complete like an extended task in an hour of like a really good task for me, that's a win in my mind. If I'm able to actually do that, then I think I'm onto something there, because then I could just say, okay, well, I trained Slayer for an hour, and then I can go do something else. You know, I mean, obviously for the streams, you know, I keep going, you know, a couple hours where I can, and then just kind of wrap up. But you know, say it's the weekend and you're kind of balancing between different skills depending on what you have time for. You get your farm run in for the day, right? You do your farm run. You go with your birdhouse run for hunter. Well, after that, what is it? You know, you've got Slayer as an option. You could GE stand and train mage, probably AFK. I do need to do a bit more of that on my own time, just to get mage up a little bit more higher. I actually did get a level yesterday, believe it or not. I did get to 73 at least. I was surprised with all the cannon use earlier. I didn't get a range like that, but we are pretty close. So we can probably get 61 range by the end of the stream. I guess it depends on what we fight, though. If we get cow fights, it'll be guaranteed 61 range. Well, I guess we'll find out. I'd like cow fights or gargoyles at this particular point. That would be... Either one of those would be great. Because I could pivot either way. I could just get the range level and kind of get, you know, the Slayer level and be like, all right, that's awesome. We'll take level ups. But if I get gargoyles, then that's going to be more of like the money play. And you get decent XP too, I think. I usually combo my mage training with agility training. High alch while you run laps. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, anywhere in the game you could do that. It's gonna just save you time in the long run. Like if I'm reading like a quest guide, then I just kind of AFK magic for a while and just kind of let it go in the background. Like I'll read something for a minute and then go, you know what I mean? Like Monkey Madness, you know, that's a fairly lengthy guide. And I'm like, okay, well, there's a lot of steps to this. Let me just kind of read and, you know, get more acclimated with what I might need to do when I do the quest. You know? Or if I'm studying what I'm going to try to flip or merch for the day, you know, I need to look at like the trend lines, like in the market, like the buy and sell, and I need time for that. So I will AFK magic when I do that too. Speaking of the GE, I do need to go back there. I want to say after this task, I'm just going to check the GE super quick. I want to see if I did get some trade, or I did get some offers. I need to start eating some of this food, though. This is more just for practice, but I want to get the full hour of training in here, and I don't know. We're probably going to be a few minutes shy, only because of, I mean, I brought a lot of prayer potions, too, but we just might be a little shy. Which is fine. That's fine. We've done pretty well for this task. I'm not going to complain, though. This has been actually a really great task. We've almost got a Slayer level from this task, because it's a lot of blood falls to take out. Like, that's a lot. It'll say at the end how much XP we got for the task. Thanks for the like, guys. Appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. We are training some Slayer here, and also, along with that, obviously, we are working on some melee combat. We got to 88 on strength just a little while ago, and then now we are back on the attack grind to work to 88 on attack. This is where I'm at right now on the XP remaining, and HP is, yeah, I mean, I got 87 HP yesterday. Yeah, about 270k away. That's like 8 or 9 hours away, so we'll be checking back on that probably tomorrow. But Slayer, you can see here, about 5200 XP left to go. Really not bad at all for considering we were at like 100,000. I think when I started today, it was like 96,000 or something. So yeah, pretty good Slayer day, to be honest with you. Those are the kind of days that kind of they add up, and then over time, as you're trying to get to that milestone, that goal level of, okay, I want to get to 80, I want to get to 82, or you know what I mean? You just have a couple good days in a row and you can get some momentum toward that. And the goal for this task is I wanted to see in an hour of taking out Bloodvelds if I could take out all 236 in the hour, because that would exceed my current pace for my training time, like my training. So it was kind of it was a challenge. Like I'm kind of like taking on a challenge here, just to make the task a little bit more interesting. The constraint though is the bottleneck here would seem to be prayer though, because I'm using dual prayers when I fight these. It's not that I'm like overly concerned about Bloodvelds. That's not why. It's because I'm trying to deal the max DPS and also not take any damage from their magic melee hits, which would hit me because I've got melee gear on and not, you know, magic stuff. So, being that my magic level isn't 99, it's 73, I know I'm going to get hit more. So, it's like chip damage, but it adds up. Like, it really adds up quick. It's like sneaky. Like, you gotta watch your health, because I mean, they have like a 5 max hit, but if they back to back, you know, 5 and 4 and 3, and you know what I mean, it does kind of add up. What I'm trying to do is, in between kills here, what I'm trying to do now, because we're only going to have like 5 minutes left, I'm trying to eat in between every kill once I'm like moving from one spot to another. And yeah, I'm going to be like a few ticks behind or whatever, but I am trying to get my health close to full as I can once I got to scale back on the prayer, because I don't think 2 prayer potions is going to be enough for 5 minutes. I mean, it's going to be like close, like we're close, but I average 19 Bloodvelds every 5 minutes. So the fact that, I mean, we're right there. I mean, we're so close. It's actually kind of crazy. I mean, this is a challenge. Like, this is, I mean, I've really had to be on my clicks for like a whole hour. You know, I've misclicked a couple times, but that's been really it. Like, it's been a near perfect run. Like, we've been in rotation. They've spawned pretty well. Like, it's just going to come down to, will the prayer last? And towards the end of the fight, I'm going to be, you know, without the protect, and we're going to just manage it. We're just going to tank. We're just going to take the hits. I just want to do this challenge just for the fun of it. And then we're going to, because the Slayer Master's right outside, we're going to get the next task going and see what we are going to be fighting. Hopefully, we're going to be getting to fight some gargoyles, because I think that would be good for the stream. And what I would do is I would bring some high alch runes and just see, like, okay, well, we're going to get some rune drops. The real play, I mean, the main goal would be hoping for a granite mall, because that'd be pretty good to land one of those. Just got to take it one thing at a time. Just getting assigned the task would be the start of it, and then we'll kind of, we'll go from there. But welcome everybody. We are wrapping up a task here. Just trying to, it's a bit of a challenge. I'm just trying to see in the hour if I was able to take out all of the enemies that I was assigned, or if we will be just short. And it's going to be a photo finish here. I'm trying to see if I'm going to have enough prayer. I mean, maybe. We might. I mean, we barely might. But it's going to be close. We're on the last potion right now. We've got about 2 minutes left to go, probably. We've got 10 more kills to go. I'm like 50-50 if I'm going to get this. I'm kind of leaning towards doubtful because, I have to really get good spawns to do it. Some of the kills have been very quick, and some of them, they've been kind of stubborn, so... and I'm in between, so like some of the tracking is going to be like... It's just going to be unlucky sometimes, but this is a good... We're pretty quick on that kill, so we have a chance at doing this. 7 more to go. We just got under 2 minutes now, so we are on pace to do it. It's going to be really close. And now we're just going to be in overdrive. Once I get to 46 prayer points, I'm going to drink the last sip, and we are going to just tank for a solid minute. I have no choice because I'm going to be out of prayer. So we're forced. I'm going to pick up this pizza. We might need it. Three to go. When the next blood veld's in rotation here, I'll pick up the pizza. As I'm moving to this one, I'm going to eat the shark. We've got 40 seconds to kill 2. Trying to judge which one's closer. I think this is the one. Got it. We did it. So we can kill 236 in an hour. So that actually exceeded my expectation. So basically, this would be the Slayer XP per hour right here. 28,320. And then you would just figure out what your combat ones would be. 236 blood velds. So yeah, here you would do 236 times their HP, which I believe is what, 120? And then you would do, yeah, that's how you get the Slayer XP. Yeah. So you derive the Slayer XP from their HP. And then you multiply that by 4 because every hit's, every 1 damage is 4 XP. So yeah, 113,280. So then that would be shared between strength and attack for that hour. Nope. And then your HP would be divided by 3. We got Turoth again. See, I don't even know where Turoth are, so I'm just going to cancel them. Oh, Black Demons. Okay. Alright. We can fight those. So, yeah, 113,000 combat XP for melee. And then that's like what? About 38,000 or so HP, XP. So yeah, that. So yeah, you get about 180,000 total XP for an hour of blood builds if you have similar stats and gear to what I'm doing. Oh, without a doubt. All right, let's. I'm just going to stock up on supplies here real quick. Don't mind me. I just need a quick second. I'm just gonna sell some of this loot real quick if you don't mind. It's just been kind of accumulating here. And then we are going to get on with the next task. I think it was Black Demons, right? So we've got, what, 130 of them to kill. We're looking at about an hour task off memory. So we'll just... Making you millions. Sure. Yeah, just trying to keep my GE stuff going on the side too. When I'm on tasks, I'll show you. I guess you'll get to see what I do in real time here. It would be at some point you know at some point you get to. So I've over the past for like 19 years, I have one thing I've kind of had as like my ace money making option is to repair and make Derek full sets. So at the GE, what you do is you right click the clerk, go to sets, you go to Derek set, and once you have a complete set, you make them like that. And then you can just put add them to the market. And I don't know offhand what the price is, so I kind of just I put a value in that is pretty competitive though, under GE. And they insta sold, so I must have been off. Okay, what? Okay, oh, 300 extra K. Okay, so I try to, in the midst of doing tasks, I do that. And I made probably 300K a set, so I don't know, whatever that was. Yeah, that was 1.5 mil there. I also buy and sell mithril bars. You might see me do that a lot. Let me just do that real quick. What you can do is just go like 20 under the GE price. So go like 832, okay? And then you can buy them in bulk. So typically what I would do is like buy like 10,000 of these and just let it sit, right? Just give it an hour and, you know, there's going to be ebb and flow throughout the day of, you know, high and low price, but you'll get them. And then what I like to do is I like to set up all my trades, and that way when I go to my next task, I know, okay, I can have all my stuff lined up where I'm trying to make gold and I'm also trying to get a lot of XP depending what I'm trying to do, whether it be a Slayer task, you know, maybe I have to go on a farm run real quick or whatever it is. But trust me, over the years of me repairing these, I mean, you're on the stream, you're helping me out, and you know, appreciate everyone for stopping by. And I'll kind of give back and just tell you, this is one of the best things you can do in the game for money. Anyways, and pro tip, you don't have to repair them to make money making the sets too, by the way. You're going to have to pay more to buy the full sets that way, but that'll be for another video. So let's gear up. We are going to go to Falador here. Let me just try to remember what I was doing. Hey, what's going on there, Rav? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I have Torag's legs as Iron Man, but don't know if it's worth just getting obsidian legs for now to save cash. Hey, that's a good, okay, that's a good, let's take a minute. So, Torag's legs. Okay, Torag's is a good option. You know, I think I was thinking through a similar thing when I was in that situation, because I had Torag's before I got, because I had Derek's, the Derek's plate legs myself. Obsidian will give you a bit of a strength boost, right, Kazan? So, as far, yeah, so defensively, Torag's, I believe, would be better, but offensively, I think you'll get a little bit more benefit from Obsidian if you're just like training and you've got Protect from melee. It just depends on what your approach is. Get some water here. Yeah, Obsidian has a strength boost, but getting them on an Iron Man is a bit of a... Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Iron Man. Yeah, that's true, too. Iron Man. Yeah, I respect it. That's pretty cool you're on the Iron Man. But Kazan knows, because I think Kazan mentioned... Didn't you mention you were working on an Iron Man, right? What did you say? Oh, okay. You said I have an Iron Man. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I was working on an Iron Man account too. That's cool. Yeah. Any questions? Maybe I don't have an answer for. Because I is pretty knowledgeable too. You know, with the the Iron Man and stuff and all that. Just like kind of maybe from experience, because I haven't played Iron Man yet. Like I haven't. That hasn't been my journey, but I think that's pretty cool though. I'm just going to get my prayer back, and we're going to go fight some black demons. Just for Slayer grinding, really. You just sell, like, 11k cosmic runes for the toe cool. Oh, yeah, for the toe cool, yeah. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be fighting these in Taverley here. Let me just... Yeah, I think we may have to tab back, but I guess it's more precise to go Varrock, because I could go to the GE if I need to. You know what I mean? Or whatnot. Let me just get a... And when you're going past the blue dragons, you just need just a sip of anti-fire. We don't need like a whole potion per se. I'd personally just hold off until you can get the Blood Moon legs. I probably should farm those. No GE for me. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, no GE. Okay, so... Oh yeah, so okay, to get Torag, so you've actually done Barrows, right? You would have had to have done Barrows, right? I'm trying to think, if you do the medium combat achievements, don't you, I think that, you don't have any more prayer drain at Barrows, right? I've just got granite boots drop, which is nice. Oh, that is nice for a drop. Yeah. I had spiked manacles. Boots are hard to get iron. Oh yeah, boots are hard to get iron because yeah, the drops. I can't imagine that they're that common. I have prayer drain and I've done hard diamonds. Oh, nice. So you've done the Moritana hard diary, Rav. I do have an interest of getting the Moritana one done, actually. I was gonna ask you like what if there's any tips you have for what you did for that, because I did the easy Moritana. I'll show you. This is what I'll show you from the top. This is what I've done. We've got easy and medium done for Ardoon, and I've done some hard ones. I've got the farming level to do the elite, but I don't have the thieving, and I don't know if I'm gonna get 90 agilities. I don't know. I want to do the Karamja one too, but that Runecraft 90 whatever, and I'm like, I don't know. I guess that would be a lot of hours of Guardian of the Rift. I have to even make sure I can even play that before I could even say, oh yeah, I'll get 90 Runecrafting. Oh sure, I'll do that. But yeah, Mauritania though. Let me get some of my run back for a second. I guess I'm like what, 30-40% there on medium. I want to get the hard one done for a couple reasons. That's actually this one's pretty there's good value with doing that one versus a lot of the other achievements. I've got I'm almost done with half the quest. You will be jealous, but I got ranger boots on my 4th medium clue. Oh wow. That's awesome, cuz you know, in the back of my mind, because I'm on a hard one. I've got one more step to do on a hard one, but I've got to complete that. I think I've got to start that Morning Ends part 1. That one quest. Well, anyways, I always thought, I'm like, oh yeah, I've got a hard clue scroll, and I'm gonna get a 3rd age piece. Never. You do all that work, you spend like an hour doing it, and it's like, oh, I got 100k. Meh. Okay. You know? I did it so I could get the teleport on the legs for easy Barrows farm. Yeah, now that's an idea right there. That's an idea right there. I do want to do Barrows. That's actually a good idea. My brother's done a lot of Barrows runs. He's a lot more versed with it than me. I always would say like, oh yeah, that'd be cool if I could do it, and not if, but like, oh yeah, if I did that, that'd be cool. I say that like every year. I honestly just follow the diaries watching YouTube after grinding the skills needed. Oh, yeah, that's the way to do that. I think I have all easy and mediums done, but can do all hard. Oh wow. I love doing clues, but I play restricted accounts mainly so they can be a bit of a pain. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Barrows as easy as these days and can make okay money. I only do it for the gear. Aram's is great to get if iron can. Hey, I've got 42 XP left to 78 Slayer, guys. See that? 42. Hey, we did it. 78 Slayer. And 169,000 to go. Thank you, thank you. Thanks, Rav. Thanks, Kazaa. Thanks, Rav. Yep. Cool, you know? It's one less level I need to get. I'm 65k away on 99 mining on the Iron Man. Oh, wow. Hey, Kazaa, I am 11.5k away from 52. How did I do? how am I doing? Isn't this spectacular? But yeah, welcome to the stream, everybody. It's good to see everyone here. Thanks for stopping by. Feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. It really helps me out, and it's been nice to kind of get back into RuneScape here and kind of give back and just, you know, just getting into these Slayer streams. And probably after a little while here, maybe another week or so, we're probably gonna try to start doing some bosses. Appreciate the like, thank you. My highest is 96 agility, all from agility pyramid. Only 60 mil cash later. Oh, nice. Hey, so Rav, you know, I was thinking of working on my agility. So you would recommend the agility pyramid for that? Like, given my level, you know what I mean? Because I saw it on the wiki and I was like, you know, should I do it? Because I mean, yeah, I know I'll fail some obstacles, but I mean, I'm willing to try it. It seemed like it would be a decent method. I know it's not the absolute best, but you know, it's probably decent. Oh, okay. Don't do. Okay, don't. Okay, I was like, okay. I just wanted to make sure. When you get to Mother Load, you will get it up. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, that's true. Yeah, we did talk about that. Mother Load. I have to look at that. I'll have to remember after the stream. I'm doing agility on my Skiller Rav. 96 from agility pyramid's crazy. Yeah, I was gonna say that's dedication right there. That is dedication. That is like that. I respect that. I have been putting, when I say, and I mean this, all of my experience lamps from like Fossil Island. You know how when you fight crabs and you're getting those fossils and then you trade them in, you know, like you cash them in, you make the exhibits and all that. Every single XP lamp from that I've put towards agility, I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? You know? I think I may have put one in thieving too, which is not a bad choice either, but I'm like, agility. Oh, you did it to make cash for iron. Oh, okay. Now that I understand. Isn't it like 200k? What is it, like 200k an hour or something? Now for that reason, yeah. Would you anyone do a lot of thieving? Because I guess I was gonna get to try pyramid plunder at some point too. But I need to start Icklerin's little helper, which I don't know. Some quests I'm just like, oh, where do I even start this? Oh, roof. Oh, you're saying rooftops. Okay. And get that full graceful, of course. Yeah, I've been saving up those. What are those, tokens or whatever they are? I have been saving up that. Whenever I've gotten those. I don't have anything graceful yet. That was top of mind when I was working on agility, though. Yeah, agility is the worst, but I'm committed. Yeah. I think Pyramid Plunder is great at higher levels, but Blackjacking is great. Oh, okay. Yeah, because honestly, I didn't want to stay in this level range forever. Between Runecraft and Thieving, those are my two levels that are under 50. And at this point, you know, I'm 2 months in, if you can believe it. Like, this is I'm 2 days away from 8 weeks or, well, 2 months. So this is where I'm at statistically in 2 months. I do have in mind, like, I do want to get agility up. I mean, I do want to get agility to 56 for, I'm trying to think of what quest. Was it, I'm trying to think, what was that for? Was it Recipe for Disaster, the sub quest? Or, I can't remember what I needed. So, I mean, I guess I'll have to get more XP lamps. I'll have to find some more magic genies to give me XP lamps for agility, you know? Thieving is so boring for me. Yeah. There's only so many times I can take from the same tea stall where I'm like, okay, I've stolen like 1,000 tea. Like, can I get a little more XP for doing this, please? I think I'm a little more proficient at it now. You know, I don't know. You guys see that? That monster was getting like way knocked back. I did all my thieving at Rogue's Chest, but my account is level 3, so you get attacked a lot less. Oh, right. Oh, that's true, right? Right? Because what would a level 3? What would they get from PvPing a level 3? Yeah, I guess that's. Oh, but also, yeah, if they're out of your level range, they can't attack. Oh, okay, that's true too. That's true too. Varlamore Thieving is a great option, but I think you can start around 51. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like thieving isn't so bad once you get above 50, but it's like that in between of, oh, you're in the 40s, it's still kind of slow, you know? So what I've just been training other skills. I've just been, like, you know, combat and... Alright, I'm off, but good luck. Nice to meet you. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Rav. That was, yeah, good stuff there. Good, I'll have to, yeah, keep that in mind, though, with the, Pyramid Plunder. Yeah, you may have already done so, but feel free to subscribe if you want to. I usually try to stream on, OSRS during the week, so yeah, we'll catch you next time, though, for sure. I wish agility was AFKable. Yeah, I know, right? You and me both, brother. Oh, there is a course in Varlamore called the Wyrm course. Oh, sweet. See, with some of these skills, I guess I perceive them to be a bit more difficult than they might actually be. So this is great to see, like, some of these suggestions. Some of this stuff is new to me, though, because I really haven't been to Varlamore all that often, but I mean, I get what you're saying, though. That's good to know, though. Yeah, anything that's kind of AFK with any kind of harder to train skill, I mean, that's pretty good for at least trying to get a level or two where maybe you didn't expect to get that. We're under 300,000 XP now for attack to 88. So we're making some pretty solid progress today, guys. I'll probably keep the stream going for about another hour. We'll see. We'll see. 45 minutes to an hour. Usually I kind of wrap them up around 4 hours. This has been a pretty good one today, actually. Really good. Good suggestions. Good, just good. We got some good tasks, you know. I still want to get a gargoyle task. I mean, these are fine. I know that this is a task that I can complete. And it might take about an hour, but that's pretty typical with this task anyways. Sometimes it's hard to attack the one that's, you know, that when they stack like that, it's hard to see sometimes which one to attack. But yeah, welcome everybody. We are on a Slayer task. We were able to actually get past the 100 streak for the in a row, the Slayer streak. So that was great. We got a fair amount of bonus points for that. And I was a bit unlucky in the sense that I was saving up for the store task, which would have been 1,000 points. We're pretty close to getting there, but I still need like 100 points maybe. So I don't think we're going to get that in this stream, but regardless, we are pretty close. So, I mean, that's definitely a positive for sure. Hey, what's going on there, Bolty? How you doing? No spec weapon. DD dagger plus at least. You know, those are good good ideas. No, I've just been rocking the Grousey, honestly. I've been having a lot of fun. I used to use back in the day, I used to use like a whip and dragon scimitar for a lot of my training. So in today's game, I'm just like, oh man, you know, we got some more options here. And I'm slowly getting around to all of them, but I've always been like a 4-tick weapon kind of guy. So just kind of thought the Grousey would be a good choice. I'm just still building my set out too. I got to get the Barrow's gloves because I'm still on the Rune ones. But like I was saying, well, I was saying earlier in the stream, I am trying to kind of work towards all that. that's the one thing about the Grousey. I think I had seen that in another video. Someone had mentioned that. That's one thing to be desired about the Grousey is the lack of a spec. And they were floating around some ideas with what could be done or what would be like a cool like spec idea for it. I'm trying to remember how they were framing it though, like what they were saying. They had an idea. The people on the one video, it was like a for instance, if they were to do it, which you know they probably won't. No, I totally get that. For the longest time when I was training before the Grousey, before the whip, I was using the dragon's sword. I did appreciate the fact that it had a spec, and you could actually hit some nice hits on occasion. So that was kind of it was fun to use. You know, more niche, right? But it was still for when I was using it. It was still fun for me. But yeah, just trying to I'm just really trying to train right now, continue to get some level ups here. You know, now that I've been remembering to bring the defender on more of my tasks, it's just been a matter of getting good tasks to where I can get the better XP rates, you know? Clue hunting rangers. Yep. I sometimes also use Ancient Mace to spec to get some free prayer points. Oh, that's good. That's a good idea, too. The Ancient Mace. You know, yeah, so Bolty, I was thinking, I keep forgetting, but what I wanted to do, I need to do some more quests, right? I mean, I've done, what, 81 quests? I mean, I've done quests. It's just there's certain quests I need to do. But I do want to get the upgraded, like Arc Light or Ember Light. You know what I mean? I want it to be even more effective here. But it also, like, you know, spec weapons. I'm trying to remember which ones do it, but like the weapons that lower the enemy's defense. I actually think that that's kind of a big deal because if you lower their defense, you know, I think you would lower, depending on the weakness of the enemy, like in this case, like the demon enemies, but I think, yeah, you would just save your spec for stuff like that. And if you're fighting like a really like tanky enemy, that can help you get a quicker kill for sure. You got, yeah, Dragon Warhammer, Bandle. Oh, yeah, the BGS. Yep. Yeah, a couple different options. Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, going back a ways, I'm used to speccing with like the whip and the dragon scimitar and stuff like that, where they really don't make much difference in PVM anyway. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm really used to not having a spec as it is, so that's kind of why I'm like, all right, well, I mean, I guess that's my reasoning, but you know, it's everyone's experience is going to be different, right? That's kind of how I view it. Would it be nice though to have a spec? I mean, yeah, I'm kind of surprised the Grousey doesn't have one, to be honest with you. It had been years since I'd even played RuneScape. So like I said, some of these weapons were like brand new to me when I came back to play. But I was a bit surprised. I would have figured, I'm like, okay, well, it's a level 80 attack weapon. Why doesn't it have a spec? I was kind of like puzzled, like, okay, well, maybe for balancing? But I'm like, well, no. It's not like it's like super much, like so much better than the whip. I mean, it's better than the whip, but it's not like, oh man, you know? So why it couldn't have a spec, I don't know, you know? If you have a rapier, then GP probably not a big deal for you. Well, no, that's a good assessment. But trust me, for the first, like, I don't know what it was, for the first month though, I was grinding. I was like grinding, crafting, money making though. Like I was putting in like crazy hours of crafting, like jade amulet use and doing all the little things that like no one else in the game does, you know? But I was basically at one point, I was like probably the majority of the jade amulet use that were selling in the GE. That was me. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I would do an hour, take a little break. I would do another hour. And it was 700k an hour. So I was like, well, this is good money, but it's such a grind, though, you know? Yeah, I saved and saved and saved and just eventually got enough to where I was like, okay, well, I kind of was in that, I had a choice between, you know, I'll just tell you what I was thinking. I was like, okay, this was before they definitively said that Yama was going to be, what, May 14th launch, right? The way that the blogs were kind of reading was like, it was a little bit unclear when Yama was going to drop. Like what? Spring of, 25 or whatever, you know what I mean? So I wasn't sure. So I was trying to think like, okay, well, let's be real about it. If the upgraded boots are going to be, they're going to require the primordials to make, there's going to be a huge demand for primordials, right? So I'm like, wait a minute, I need to buy them now before they go up to like 40 mil a pair. Because I don't know what price, I don't know what they're going to go up to, but there's no way 24 mil is going to hold, you know? I'm telling you, when May 14 comes around, these boots are not going to be 24 mil anymore. There's no way. Because to make the new boots, don't you need these, right? They're going to consume these, right? I'm trying to remember if I read that right. Because if so, well, I mean, you just have to go back in history and see what happened to the dragon boots. Because I don't remember, again, I missed the whole timeline of that whole time of being on RuneScape. So I don't know what happened then. But I was between that, or do I kind of save up for the Grazi, right? So that was what I was thinking. Because I didn't have 60 mil. I had like 24. And the Grazi was, I think, 31 at the time. So I'm like, or 32 maybe. So I'm like, okay, well, the Grazi's crashing. That's good. I was going to be a buyer. So I'm like, okay, well, the Grazi's crashing. It must not be as good. Or I was trying to think of why it was just crashing so hard, It may not be used as much by people. But again, this was like in the beginning. And then I ended up buying the boots first. So that's what I did. I bought the boots first. Because I thought that the Grazi would go down even more. That's why I didn't buy it. I was a week or two, like, off on my timing, because the Grazi, I think it went down to 30 at one point. So, I actually paid, for this, I paid 35.2 for mine. So I thought I was going to take a 5 mil hit, to be honest with you. But I saw recently when I refreshed it, it was like 34.5 or something. And I'm like, okay, all right, we can deal with it. That's fine. That's fine. So, I just wonder what's going to happen when Yama drops. Some of these weapons that have really tanked, are they going to go up a little because there's hype around it, or you know what I mean? But yeah, good questions though. I just actually got to think of what... Okay, so I got some loot here. Let's see. What did I... Oh, we got a... You know, I wasn't even thinking. I was just kind of clicking. We got a Rune chain body. Nice. We got some Rune medium helms, right? Not too shabby, right? Hey, we got another Rune medium. We'll keep adding these to the stockpile here. So we started, I think it was 135 of these, I want to say. But based on my current pace, I mean, it'll tell me once I complete the task too, right? We're about, what, 30 minutes in here once this goes down to 0. If I started at 135, that would mean we've taken out 84. If you multiply that by about 2, 168. That's really not bad pace for given the Grazi and the fact that I don't have Barrow's gloves. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have Barrow's gloves. I don't have a fire cape. I don't have a Bando's chest. Like, you know what I mean? Once I start pulling all that stuff together and really piecing it all together, I think that's going to be a bit insane of the XP rate. So I'm excited to kind of continue on with that and just... Yeah, I got to do a couple more quests, but you know, it'll be worth it in the end, because then the Barrow's gloves, that's kind of a significant upgrade to even the Rune, you know? I just saw like a random splat. Looks like there's a mage somewhere down there. So we've got a mage, we've got melee, we've got a ranger, we've got all the combat styles. We've got them all accounted for in the same spot here. That's cool. Yeah. What I love about OSRS, so much to do. Good luck on the grind. Need you a rune pouch, herb sack, ash sanctifier to get you some free prayer XP and bone crusher. Yeah, hey, thanks Bolty. Feel free to stop by anytime. You know, I try to stream throughout the week. Well, definitely Monday through Friday. Yeah, you know, that's cool. I was thinking about, I was saying earlier about these achievement diaries. I want to get the Mauritania ones done. I want to get medium and hard done. It's just, I don't know, I got to do a couple quests maybe in search of the Myri. I'm trying to remember which ones I still need to do. You know what I mean? So there's a couple quests I think I need to probably wrap up. I'm starting to get the level requirements kind of down though. It's just kind of coming down to, you know, I don't want to say I'm burned out from quests, but kind of, yeah, I kind of am. That's part of the reason why I haven't done Monkey Madness yet. To be like honest, I've put it off because I'm burnt out of quests. Like, I like quests. It's just that it's been a bit much. There's a lot of quests, like really, like they're fun. A lot of them are fun, but when you have all these quests that take like 30 minutes to an hour, you know, even if you're doing it like I mean, yeah, I use the wiki, but that's a lot. It's a fair amount of reading each time. It's not like it doesn't take like 5 seconds, you know. So sometimes I'm kind of in a mood and I just want to train a skill. Like, I just want to work on Slayer, or I just want to work on smithing, or you know what I mean? So, if I'm dedicating an hour to a quest, I can definitely do that. But it's like hour after hour after hour. You know, sometimes I gotta just take a break, right? So it's... Definitely, I had Cape, but then new ones came out, so I'm at 165 of 170. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, so you've, okay, wow. So yeah, you're double me. That's cool, though. Yeah, I would imagine with every new quest, that probably would be like a... It's like you're good for a couple months, and then it's like, oh, hey, by the way, we have another quest. We only have, what, 40 more to go? Not too bad. Like I'm saying, over time here, like I said, I'm going to be working towards getting some more upgrades. Barrow's gloves. My strategy for chest and legs is going to be Bando's chest, and then the Sunfire Fanatic, the legs. Just so I can... I'll actually exceed the prayer bonus by 1 between these two pieces here. And I'll still get +4 strength to where I'm going to have a higher max hit. It'll be kind of fun to see what the new max hit's going to be. I don't know if it'll be like another +1 or even +2 or what it'll be. But I always like to find that out, you know, as the time goes by of fighting. Like, okay, well, now I'm dealing, what, 47s or 48s, or you know what I mean? Just, you know, while training PVM. You stack that with the Barrow's gloves and then like a fire cape, and you know, it gets kind of unreal at that point. I would have been so shocked, like back in the day, like way back, you know, around when like Hunter came out, and you know, just because I remember I played during that era, but I'm just like, man, if I was dealing 40s and 50s then, I didn't even I mean, I was happy if I was dealing like 20s with like a whip, you know. That at that time I was like, man, we're doing some damage. But times change. Some things get added, and for the most part, I do like a lot of the things they've added. I do want to get to do some raids, though. It would be nice to get a raid going for the stream. Like I said, I still need to work on like ranged and stuff. I'm not quite there with some of these other skills. But I think, you know, defense is a good foundation. I really feel like I'm in a good spot with defense. You know, so I mean, we're getting close, I feel like. But I do need to get more range for sure. I'm almost 61, so at least there's that. We've gained, like, what, 14,000 Slayer on this task so far? Not bad, right? We're almost at 250k left to go for 88 attack. I wasn't really planning on... I mean, I thought I'd get some XP for attack today, but... we were at, like, 406k, you know? With the stream and with kind of the chat and everything, I kind of just... it's more just like time flies, which is kind of nice when you're training a skill, because it becomes a bit less daunting when you think, oh man, I've got so much XP to go. but someone brings up an interesting point, and then you kind of discuss that, and then, you know, etc., etc., and then it's like, well, 20 minutes passes, and then you get 40,000 XP, right? Yeah, the agility, yeah, right? The agility's been, yep, that's cool, right? And especially for a skill in that league, such as agility or, you know, like rune crafting or something. Yeah, for sure. I was watching Settled Vid, but then saw a live stream, and yeah, definitely helps the different grinds. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't mind putting the time in. Like yesterday, for example, I was at 79 smithing. I had been pretty content to be 79 smithing for a while. But then I was like, okay, well, can I get to 80? Let me just do it, right? Let me just get to 80 smith. It's going to take me an hour. It's going to cost me 700k. I'm going to lose 700k. Can I just do it for an hour and get the 80? So I did it. It was a grind, but I'm one level closer to 99 now, you know? But I do think my first 99, it looks like it's going to be farming, though. I mean, I'm at 89 now. I mean, I wasn't expecting that going in at all. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just level up farming with quests and with, you know, maybe some XP lamps or something. I wasn't expecting farming to be my highest skill. I would think it would have been more like crafting, because like I said, you know, I was putting a lot of hours in on crafting. I could pick up level 83. We're not that far away, actually. That would be what, like a 20-minute if I was training with even just the like an okay method, like 20 something minutes here. So we can, I mean, I can get to 83. It's just after. Because a lot of the reason why I was training crafting was to make gold. You know, that's why I was doing it. Now that I have found, for me, faster methods to get gold, crafting is still relevant, yes, but I don't have to grind as much and like really be like burn out from doing it. Whereas I can kind of go on my own terms with the skill and just kind of go, okay, well, this week maybe I'll do an hour, or you know what I mean? Like I'll just buckle down and I'll just even 30 minutes of just some brief crafting just to like get some reps in, get some XP, get a level, and kind of just say, all right, this is, I'm good for a week, or you know what I mean? Like just get something. I am waiting for the I don't know if they've already done it. I don't think they've already done it, but the bonfire update for fire making. Part of the reason why I'm holding out is because I saw some of the XP rates, and anything over 100,000 is good for me. Like I'm okay with that, you know. So I think you got to burn the higher tier logs at that rate. I've done the old method of, you know, tinderbox, light, I've done that for years, and I'm like, well, how many more logs do I have to prove? Like, I mean, I can do it. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll give the other method a shot, you know? For another day. Like I said, I've just been working on Slayer for a while. I do, like Bolty had mentioned, I would like to get the Bone Crusher, though. Well, either that and or the Ash Sanctifier, too. Yeah, especially the Ash Sanctifier for a task like this, because you get, what, like 65 XP every kill? Like, I guess if you have the Elite Diary done. Even half XP, if you take out, you know, 100, I mean, that's what, 3,000 extra XP. I mean, it does add up a little bit. What I was thinking of doing once I finally complete Legend Quest, I think I'm just gonna put all the XP lamps into prayer. So I'll get 120,000 XP for prayer. But that's a lengthy quest, so I'm gonna make it worth my time, and I think prayer is probably the play. Well, we'll see. Maybe over the weekend. I don't know. I got some other quests I wanted to do. Obviously, the main one I want to do is Monkey Madness. That's the one where I just want to do it. I know I've said I've wanted to do it for like a month. If I can just get out of that lull of wanting to do quests, then I'll just get that one over with and done. And I already know how I'm gonna spend the rewards, or I already know which rewards I'm gonna pick too. Really, it's just getting the quest done. But I'm gonna pick the 35k for attack and defense, and I'm gonna pick the 20k for strength and HP. And the reason for that is because, for me, attack and defense are, well, I think for many, but attack and defense are slower to train typically. So I want to kind of give them a bit more of a head start. And it's also going to help me with like motivation to like go the extra mile and get one more level. Because I'm going to see, okay, I've got some progress towards these. I may as well just get them real quick. Versus, oh man, there's 400,000 left. That's a while. Perception's everything, right? I'm going to be training strength more regularly anyway. So 20,000 is still a nice little boost. So that's... I just don't want any XP wasted for HP, because maybe one day I'll decide with the other combat styles, I want to train a different way, and you'll get XP that way anyway. I just don't want to waste any XP. Yeah, it's 15,000. I know that's maybe splitting hairs. That's my initial thinking, but maybe going into it, it'll be, different. We did just get a strength level, so that was pretty good. I was excited because I was like, oh, this is kind of nice. I got a strength level. As a main, got some dragon bones and used a player-owned home gilded altar. Yeah, well, it's interesting. Yeah, so Bolty, I do have an altar, but it's, I'm trying to think which one it is. It's the one where I get 275%. So it's not gilded, but it's a decent one, but it's not the best. I recently got the Crystal Saw. I'm trying to remember if that would give you the boost +3 for that or not. Isn't it level 75 for the gilded one? I'm trying to remember. But I'm still a little bit away. What I was thinking for construction was if I was going to start doing mahogany homes. Because I read that was fairly recently in the game. I don't know how often you have to go to different cities and how frequently it is, or how click intensive it is, or it might be chill, or I don't know, you know. I was thinking, I don't know how many more oak larders I can stand to make, so I wanted to do something different, you know. I definitely missed the main life. It's rough getting dropped. Oh yeah, no, I can imagine. Yeah, I think when Rav was in here, Rav was saying, yeah, like boot drops and stuff. Oh, I understand that for sure. Oh, hey, we did it. Nice. So we finished the task. Let me just grab this herb. We are going to go to the GE. And we finished that task up. Pretty cool. So yeah, 21,000 XP in like 48 minutes probably. So that's about the same rate, maybe a little, well, it's a little slower than the Bloodvelds. It's slower than the Bloodvelds, but they've got so much more defense. So the fact that we were even close on that just kind of speaks to just, I mean, that was still a solid way to train there. But if you have like an Arc Light or Ember Light, I think that would be even better. Just because of the strength that it has against the demons. So I'm just gonna sell some stuff real quick, nothing crazy. Just before we get to the next task, I like kind of resetting. I try to refocus for the next task. Just remember what I was doing here at the G anyways. Yeah, so one item that I buy and I flip are these steel dart tips. You can buy them for like 80 and you can sell them for 90. So we're going to sell them for, I'll put them in for 89. We'll check on those when I'm done. But that's 9 GP for every dart tip, right? You just do that, and you won't even notice, like when you're on a task and you sell them, it's like, you know, just let the GE kind of do all the lifting for you, right? Alright, so we've completed like 7 tasks today, which is pretty solid progress. We did get the 100 milestone, which I was excited about because I got a lot closer to my goal of getting the 1,000 Slayer points, right? We're gonna go to the Slayer Master now, and let me get another task, and I'm just gonna see what it is. Because like I said, usually around the 4-hour stream, like the 4-hour mark, I usually call the stream, but let's just see. I want to just see what the task is. If it's a good task, I'll try to do one more. But if it's just alright, you know what I mean? We'll see. It took me 3,300 kills at Hydra for me to make a lance. The drop rate is 1 in 1,000. Ooh, okay. Ooh, sharp. Oh, we got spiritual creatures again. Yeah, until I fought them for the first time. I mean, I know they're in the God Wars dungeon, but I haven't actually fought them yet, so I want to be comfortable. So I'm just going to try to get something that I'm familiar with. Alright, Black Dragons. Black Dragons. Okay. Alright. Well, I think that's probably a good time to call it, though, guys. Just because I actually have been playing for a while, but we covered a lot of ground today. That was, you know, some good suggestions in the chat. Good stream overall. Thanks everybody so much for watching and for your support. We gained a couple levels today. 78 Slayer, really not bad considering we had a lot of XP to go to get to 78. We gained a strength level, etc. So that was pretty cool. You know, good luck to all, and hopefully you meet your goals and what you're looking to do for OSRS here with the leveling and everything. We will catch you. Let's see. So tomorrow is okay. So yeah, tomorrow's Friday. I will be back to stream tomorrow, and I'm going to take the weekend off. So tomorrow's stream will be around the same time as per the usual here, and we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.